our colleague, English language teacher and teacher trainer, Mrs. Samara Dridi. Many of you might already know her, but let me introduce her for you. Well, Mrs. Samadridi is actually a genial teacher, a congenial teacher, okay, who is highly motivated, a dedicated teacher who is passionate about teaching and learning. She has an experience of 15 years, over 15 years, okay. She is a Microsoft Innovative Educator, and she has been actively participating in conducting online training for teachers on the integration of technology in teaching and learning. She has also contributed to designing online CPD courses and recording educational videos for students with the National Center for Technology in Education, CN2. That was last 2 years ago, I should say. Moreover, she is an International School Award Coordinator for the British Council, and she has implemented many student-centered projects revolving around the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Good. Okay. Well, before I give you the floor, Mrs. Dridi, let me give some recommendations. Okay, I would first kindly ask colleagues to mute their mics, okay, and they can't unmute only, by the end of the session you can unmute when you have a question to ask Mrs. Dridi when she finishes, of course, okay. So you can click that hand icon to raise your hand, okay, and then only then can you unmute. I'd like also to tell you that a recorded version of this training session will be available on YouTube. So I don't know if some of you might show up via video, they might find themselves over there on YouTube. So just do think about that. Okay. That's it. Okay. So the floor is yours. Yes, Mrs. Dridi. There you are.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Camelia. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm happy to be among you today to present this training session about Genially. Okay, good. So we are going to start with the Mentimeter. So I kindly ask every one of you to take your mobile phones, go to www.menti.com and use the code you see on the screen, 3762310, to answer this question. Which web tool or Web 2.0 tool do you use generally in your presentations? So I repeat the code, 3762310. So for those of you who are using Mentimeter for the first time, go to your mobile phone, open a Chrome tab, and go to www.menti.com. The address you can see shared on the screen. And then it's going to ask for a code. You put the code you can see, 3762310, and we are going to have a look at your answers together.
Please keep the code. Maybe some other colleagues might be joining. Back to the code, please. Okay, Mrs. Dridi.
Okay,
sorry for interrupting. Sorry. Hey, but the code cannot be found.
Yes,
I got
please.
this.
Yeah,
it will be available.
Yeah, can you see my screen, please?
Yes.
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 You see this? Can you copy that one? 1460662.
Okay. Is it working for all colleagues?
I see we start to have answers. So yeah, good. 2 answers. PowerPoint. Sway, that's very inspiring. Kahoot for presentation. I think it's possible. Prezi, it's an amazing tool too. Google Slides, I love that one. Yeah, so we need more answers. PowerPoint.
The code could not be found.
Okay, so 13 participants. Yeah, we can see that PowerPoint is having the biggest part in our word cloud. Yeah, but as most of you said, there are so many other amazing tools that we can use to present work we've got, among which are Prezi, Google Slides, yes, Sway, also. Okay, but today I'm going to show you a new tool, which is Genially, of course. So let me define Genially. So it's actually a web tool used to create different types of presentations. It is defined as the world leader in interactive visual communication. It's also an all-in-one online tool used to create stunning presentations, but not only presentations, interactive images, infographics, gamification, quizzes, breakouts, and so on and so forth. And it is used to add interactivity and animation effects. I will now invite you to watch this video about Genially.
Samar, are you speaking? Because we cannot hear you.
Yeah?
We can't hear the sound of the video.
The sound? Okay, I'm going to share again. Okay.
Thank you.
Is my screen on?
Not yet.
No. Yes.
Okay. Yes, fine.
Now? Okay, yeah. So I'm going. It's a very short video just to introduce the web tool. Let's watch it together. right, good. So as you said, as you saw, it's really an amazing tool that can be used in different fields and areas. But of course, today we are going to focus on how to use it in the classroom, of course. So there are so many ways for that. We can create interactive and captivating lessons for class or for remote learning. Both here it is possible. We can also create interactive images and maps. We can create vertical and horizontal infographics. It is also possible to use Genially to create a variety of games like Jeopardy games, breakouts, escape games, and many other games also. And finally, we can create quizzes for assessment or for fun through Genially. I have an example for you of a lesson here I created myself in the beginning of the lockdown for my pupils. It's about voluntary work. So as you can see, there are here the different steps to follow. So you can start, for example, by watching, and then pupils think, brainstorming ideas. Third step here, the reading part with the questions. After that, the grammar focus. Then the practicing that grammar point, and finally the production part. So this is just an example, and together today we are going to see how to create such outcome with Google, with Genially. Good. So we are going to start first by accessing Genially. So all you have to do is to follow these 3 steps. So first you go to www.genial.ly, and then you click on Créer mon compte gratuit. So when you go to Genially, you will find this. You are going, of course, to click here on Créer mon compte gratuit, because this is, of course, that would be the first time you connect to Genially.
Can I say something, Summer?
Yes, please.
They can just click on FR above and turn everything into English, right?
Oh, yes, definitely,
Okay.
yes.
So
yes.
if they wish, I mean, if you wish, colleagues, you can turn it, I mean, the language into English, right?
Into English, yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Camelia. So here, of course, it's going to ask for, it's going to ask you to create, for information to create your account. So you include your email, and of course you choose your password and you confirm that password, and then you click on m'inscrire or subscribe. Or there is another way you can do this, is to subscribe using your Google account, but not only your Google account. You can also use your LinkedIn account, you can use your Twitter account, and you can use your LinkedIn account. So include the information needed and then click m'inscrire, or, and it is easier, you can subscribe using your Google account, your Twitter account, your LinkedIn account, or your Microsoft account. And of course, let me show you. So okay, so this is exactly what you are going to do. You write here Genially, and you research on Google. Of course, this is different because I'm already, I have already signed in and I have a Genially account. So that's why I'm going to click on go to my panel directly. And here we are going to start a new so when you log into your Genially account, you will find different categories of presentation. You will pick the one you need and click on create. You can then choose among the available templates or start from scratch. So I will show you. So as you can see, when you log in, you are going to find a variety of categories to choose among which. So it can be a presentation, interactive image, video presentation, infographic, personal branding, vertical infographic, gamification, guide, etc. So you can save time by clicking on one of these, or you can start with a blank creation, and then you start from scratch. Okay.
Sorry, Samar, again for interrupting. So I just can see some colleagues raising their hands. Maybe the pace is so fast, so maybe you can slow down or just ask them whether they reach the level where you are, etc. Okay.
Okay. So
I can see them raising hands. Okay. So
yes.
maybe they are in trouble asking about something, or okay.
Yes. I just want to ask to say, Mrs. Camelia, that I think they are just following. They are not practicing. So
really,
I think so.
Actually, I am practicing.
Yes. Okay. So here's one.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
Good. So I will go.
Time, so.
Yeah. Okay. So for those who are practicing, so I show you every step theoretically, and then now I will show you the same step practically. Okay. So here, as I told you, when you click on create Genially, you will find these. As you can see, there are the different types of Genially you can create. And the last one here, it is written blank creation. So that one, if you click there, you are going to start from scratch. Is it fine? Because I can't see hand raising. Is it fine up to now?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Good, good. So, okay, so today I'm going to carry on the theoretical part. So here you can choose among these which ones you are going. Now for this time I will choose interactive image. And I will create an interactive image, of course. We will see the different steps together.
Add the greengrocers.
Yeah, good. So this is the interactive image where I'm going to I am going to try to reproduce. So as you can see, have a look please at this sign here. Can you see it? Let me put the screen on. Yeah, this hand, can you see it?
Yes.
If you click there, it's very clear. You are going to see, okay. So if you click here, you will see all the interactive areas you've got in this slide. You can see. So this means that each one of these interactive area, if you click, you are going to have something. It can be an information, it can be a video. We will see all of them together one by one. Okay. Good. So I will start. So as you can see here, we've got the background is kind of a wooden background. So this is the presentation. we are actually having. So this is the interactive image we will try to reproduce together. So first I will add a page, of course, a blank one. I will add a blank page. So I will start with the background. So do you see this panel here on the left of the screen? Go to background, this one, background. Click there and you will find a variety of things you can choose for your background. It can be a color like this, for example, or it can be here, if I click on show more in library, you can see there are illustrations, patterns, photos. There are some animated, yeah, like this one, for example, or this one, or maybe a picture. There are some animated backgrounds like this one. You can see it's raining and it keeps raining when you present your work. You see that blue sign here? That means that this, the one you are going to select is animated. Like here, for example, you can see there are things moving on the background. Now, the one we need is not an animated one, and it's with a wooden background. It's just an image. That's why I will go here to Pixabay, Library, Show More, and I will move until I find what I need. Or I can just write here wood. And you can see there is a variety of backgrounds, wooden background that are that you can select from. So I will use this one. So to check whether it is the same one or not, I will move to pages here. And then I can see I have the same wooden backgrounds. Yes? Is that okay up to now? So that's for the background. Now I'm going to add the picture of this woman and this greengrocer. So I go to image here. Can you see it? Image. Click there. And then, of course, you can choose. There is a variety library that is given by Genially. You can search, you can add GPs, pictures, transparent cutouts, and you can drag or drop a picture from your own computer. And this is exactly what I'm going to do. So I will do a research on Google. Greengrocer. And then I will ask for images. Maybe I will add a detail, HD, to have a neat picture. Then I move until I found the picture I need. You can pick the one you'd like to. So I will pick this one. And I will upload it to my, download it, sorry, to my computer. So up to now, I looked for this image. I downloaded, sorry, again. I downloaded the picture to my computer and then back to my presentation. Now I will open my computer. Here is my picture. Can you see it? And I will drag and drop it here. Wait a little bit. Or maybe I will repeat. So click. Let me check. So okay, so I will download the picture again. Oh, I have it. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Yes, yes, we can.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Yes, it's okay.
Yes, we
Good.
are following.
Yeah, excellent.
Excellent.
So did you succeed to copy your picture on the slide? Those who are practicing.
I tried to practice at the beginning and then I raised my hand, but you didn't respond. So at the beginning, when I started, it tells choose from digital content, education or corporate. Do I need to choose one specific field, or so do I need, for example, to choose secondary education in particular and stick to that, or what? So at the beginning of registration, I mean, so I was stuck there.
Yes, that's just for some statistics they do in Genially, and they will contact you from time to time to ask you some questions. But it doesn't matter whether you put secondary education or primary education or whatever. Okay, as far as you can work with all the features that are free on Genially. And I also would like to tell you that I can't see your hand risen because, as you can see, I am sharing the screen on Genially. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, but I really advise you, if you'd like, to follow the different steps with me, and then I will provide Mrs. Camelia with the recording. Then you can play the recording, pause the recording, practice, and then play the recording again. I think it's better to learn than practicing now at the same time. Okay?
Okay.
Good. And of course,
that would be a great idea.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. And I will always be there whether you have any questions, of course, by the end of this session. But if you'd like, we can have a follow-up session to see what you have done so far, and if there are problems, we can solve them together. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Good, you are most welcome. Good, so back to our slide here. So remember, we are trying to reproduce this slide. Okay, so here we've got the title at the greengrocer in a green box. So that's exactly what am I going to include here. So I'm going to resort And here there are a lot of things you can include, like icons, shapes, graphics, charts, lines and arrows, illustrations, scenes, okay, a lot of things, maps, and so on. Now I only need a shape now, so that's why I will click on show more here and wait a little bit. Good. So you can see we've got a lot of shapes. We can choose the one we need. Okay, so those are the shapes. Sorry. So we need this one. So you can see when you click directly, you have the shape added on your slide. So you drag and drop it, put it where you'd like to. You can resize it. And maybe everyone has understood that I used the shape to cover this code that I couldn't crop from the picture I downloaded from YouTube. So I'm using the shape here to include my title and at the same time to hide that that code. So I'm going to click here to change the color of the shape. So it's a green one to recall the color of some vegetables. So always go to page here to check the slide. I think it's a darker green, so I will change it. You have to select the item you are working on, and then it's a darker. Yeah, I think this is the one. Okay, good. Now, as you can see, I will add at the green grocers. So I will add the title. I will go to text. And here, as you can see, there are a variety of fonts that you can use. Okay. You can also, for example, so I will write at browsers. And I will drag and drop it inside the box. Of course, as you can see, the color is not the one that I need. So I will change here. Do you see this A? It means that works for the color of. So I will pick the white color so that, yeah, it becomes clearer. And then I will change the font size to 55, for example. Yeah, I think it's better. Oh, no. Yeah. I need to move this one. And I think always back to pages here to check the former slide. Add the green grocers. Yeah. Yes. Good. Now, as you can see, there are these elements. Let me show you. So if we click on this small eye here, that allows us to preview the slide. So I click, and you can see that these parts are interactive elements. We can check them.
Add the green grocers.
Yeah, we can check them this way. So we will see, for example, if we click here, we will find a video. So you can include a video. Good. If we click here, yeah, sorry. If we click here, it's going to take us to an activity on live worksheet Yeah, including a dialogue at the greengrocers. This one, can you guess when we click? What are we going to find?
A song.
Music. Music.
Yeah.
Or song.
Yes, a song about vegetables. So vegetable song taken from YouTube. And here, can you guess?
Where?
Yeah,
Image.
image or a picture. Very good. Yeah, representing fruits and vegetables. So I will show you how to add all of these one by one. So this is actually what is good about Genially. This is what makes the image interactive, if you'd like, that it includes a lot of interactive or maybe hyperlinked, if you'd like, areas that are going to take the learner or the one who is, of course, watching the presentation from one place to another. Good. So I'm going to start with, let's start with the dialogue. So here, this is the slide we are working on. So I will add an interactive element. And as it is a dialogue, I will look for a button that represents a dialogue. So you can see there is a variety of buttons you can use, and there are different colors, and you can also customize them and put your own colors. So I will pick this one, and I can place it wherever I would like on the picture. I choose to place this one here because it represents a dialogue between these two persons. You can resize it if you'd like, the way you'd like to. Good. Now, this is the activity, and this is the link for the activity. All I will do is to copy the link here, and then back to my presentation. I will click on that small hand here, and it's going to ask for a type of interactivity I would like to choose. So it can be a tooltip, a window, a page, or a link. We are going to see all of them, so don't worry. This time we need a link. What I mean by link is, so we copied the link of the activity. I will paste it there. Control-C, Control-V, copy and paste, and then I will click on save. Now I will try this icon. I will click on view. Now if I click on this hand that shows interactive elements, remember I will see that my element now is interactive. And if I click on the element itself, it's going to take me directly to the activity. Okay. Good. So that's for the activity. Okay. So back now we are going to add. So always I go back to pages here, as you can see, so that I can see the different slides, okay, of the Genially, and check this one. All right. So now what was it?
The video.
The video. Good. So I will, yeah. So this is the link of the video. All right. Let's say that I opened YouTube and I did some researches, and then I chose to work on this video.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire.
Grammarly, which I recommend, an amazing tool. Good. So this is the video I have chosen. So I'm going to copy and paste the link. Copy the link and then paste it the same way I did with life worksheet. So interactive element, I will click on show more, then look for that this one. So because remember, it always represents play. So that's why it reminds us a little bit of a video. And then I will click here. Now I will not use a link. I would like this video to open in a window within the Genially presentation. So that's why I chose window this time. And I will paste the link. And magic, the link is there. So I will save. Again, I will check preview. And then I've got two interactive elements now. That one for the life worksheet and this one, if I click, I will have a window that opens within the presentation. Because sometimes, like for the worksheet, the life worksheet, it opens in another tab, okay? And then you can play the video here, the way we watched the video.
Grocery shopping.
Thank you very much. So, good. Back to pages. Now we are going to add the song. So I will look for, yeah, this one. And you can see is there. And you repeat the same thing. You open a window and you copy and paste here the link for the song. Okay? Are there any questions so far?
Well, maybe
no,
there are.
Everything's clear. It's okay.
Good, good. Same thing. I will repeat this with the picture. Okay, good, nice. So for the image, I will
Samar,
look.
Excuse me, Samar, just one question.
Yes, go ahead.
Does this mean, when we have this animated picture, does that mean that even in class I need internet connection?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need
so it's
internet
not possible
connection.
just to download the. Yeah, so it's not just possible to download the song and the video and just
no,
play it in class without internet connection.
No. In this,
I think Genially itself goes with connection.
Yeah. No? Yes, exactly. You cannot, if you choose to work with Genially to have everything in one slide, this interactivity, I think you have to opt for an internet connection.
Yeah, I thought we can download it. In fact,
yes, you can.
I mean, in the computer.
No, I'm not sure whether you can or not, because I really haven't tried that. Because even if you can, you will not be able to play the videos. Okay, that's why. So, I mean, what is amazing about Genially is that you can watch the videos, you can listen. You will see I included you can record your own voice, but all this happens with internet connection.
Yes, but we can download.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So for example, with PowerPoint, we can include the video, the sounds, and everything without need for a
but you cannot
internet
have
connection. We can. So we put them. Yes. We can put them in the same folder and then use them without need for connection.
Yes, I agree with you, but still you will not be able to have this interactivity. Okay, for example, here I chose the life worksheet, this one. You cannot work on this worksheet without without internet connection. Listen, you are going to choose either to work with internet connection or to work without internet connection. Both ways work, okay? So here, I think maybe the pupil are going to enjoy better if they have, like here, 3 options to choose among. Maybe you can use this for remote learning too. When you send your pupils.
But the problem is that in class we may not have internet connection at schools. This is the problem.
Yes, I know that's another side of the problem. But believe me, when there is a will, there is a way.
Yes, we are doing our best.
Yes, I'm sure you are. Good. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Back to the slide. So same thing here. I will pick my picture about, for example, let's say vegetables. Refine your research, English, and then you put images and you pick the one you need. For example, this one. You download it and you add it the same way I you can even copy it. You can copy the image and then go to the interactive button, window, and paste it. So you can see it is uploading. I didn't have to download the picture from Google. I just copy and paste it. Okay, you can see it. So I'm going to save. And this way, if I check again, I will have this interactive area with the fruits and vegetables, which is going to maybe enrich the lexical items of my pupils. Okay, so what is missing now? Still, we have some other things to add. Okay, now listen, please. I don't know if you can, but listen.
At the greengrocers.
Could you hear that?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
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 I do.
Yes. That was my own voice recorded.
Yeah, it's so clear.
Yeah, and added to the slide. So I will show you how. You are going to click on insert here, audio, and you can see this record an audio. Click to record an audio. So you are going to click and say whatever you'd like to include. For example, so I click at the greengrocers. And you can see we've got, so if I play it.
At the greengrocers.
Yes, it's not a perfect one, but it's just to show you. So now I'm going to look for a solution to hide this, if you'd like, icon, because if you can see here, I added to the other.
At the greengrocers.
Yes, thank you. Good. So this is the initial slide. So you cannot see that icon, if you'd like, representing my voice, sorry. So that's why here in the slide we are working on, I will first set or the setting. So you can choose here, either you are going to put on autoplay or loop or hide audio player, or a background, or use it as a background audio. So I will click on autoplay and hide the audio player, of course. And if I preview, just a minute. Yeah. So you can see that the audio player is hidden
at the greengrocers.
Yeah, and we cannot see it, okay?
Sorry, can you show us again how did you have access to hide and to play it?
Yes, okay, so you click on this area and then you've got that small, if you'd like, a setting button on top of that icon. You click there and you have
Okay.
of course, the panel.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, so here you can choose the setting that fits your presentation, okay? Good. Okay, what is missing now? If I preview this slide, there is another, maybe...
at the greengrocers.
Yeah, so all these, we have done them. Now there is still here. So if I put the cursor on this title, you will see that there is a definition of the greengrocer that appears in a portrait. Can you see that? So we don't have it. We have it. A retailer of fresh vegetables and fruit. We will add that one too. So this time I don't need any button, but I don't like to hide the my title with a button. So that's why I will go to interactive element, but this time I want to choose a button or an icon. I will rather drag this invisible area. So drop and drag it. Can you see that invisible?
No.
You see? Focus. There is an invisible rectangle moving. Can you see it?
Can you show it with the cursor?
Yeah, it's right under the cursor. You can see it?
Transparent one.
Yeah.
Amazing. Good. So you drag and drop it, and I'm going to put it just on the title. It is selected now. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Good. Now you
before
resize
you move on,
it.
yes, Mr. Samar, please, before you move on, let's give maybe some seconds to some colleagues who got any questions.
Okay.
Because I can see hands.
Okay.
Mrs. Mona and Mrs. Saunders. Okay, you can give them a chance to ask about something maybe they need now.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Mr. Samar, thank you for this very interesting presentation. My question is, can we download any audio file from our PC?
You mean upload?
I think that's a premium option.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are rich enough, you can pay, because there is a premium option of Genially, and even while choosing from the templates, there is a wider variety for the premium option.
Thank you. That was my question. That's all.
Yeah, you are most welcome. Anytime. Any other questions?
I don't know, Mrs. Saunders, maybe. Okay, you can move on, maybe.
All right. Good. Okay. So back to this transparent area.
I'm sorry again. So yes. for colleagues, if the question is, instant and you need to ask about something right now, that's fine. But if you can keep that question for later on, there is no problem. So please do. Okay. I don't know. You can raise your hand and ask a question only when you need that question to be answered now. Okay. It hinders your understanding. You can't carry on following. So then you can ask the question right now. Okay. Otherwise, we'll give you the floor for questions later by the end of the session. Okay.
Yeah, I understand my colleagues. I know this is a new tool and things seem to be complicated, but don't worry. Little by little and with a lot of practice, you are going to understand. Okay. Good. So back to this transparent area. As I told you, I would like to add the definition of the greengrocer. So, which means that I would like to make it also an interactive area, but without adding any button. That's why I chose that here the invisible area. I drag and drop that rectangle, and then I resize it. So I would like my pupil, for example, to, when he clicks on this area, he's going to find the definition of the word greengrocers. And then I'm going to click here, and this time I will not choose a link, not a window, but a tool tip. Okay, so a tool tip is used, so it's written here. A tool tip will open when you hover your mouse over the element. It is used for a little bit of content, while a window will open when you click on the element, and it is for more content if you'd like. Okay, so here a small definition. We said retailer, think of fruit and vegetables. And then if I check, all right. So you see, we added the information. I can add, for example, a new one which doesn't exist. Really? Is there a problem, Ms. Camelia?
No, I can hear Mrs. Sanders maybe talking in Arabic, saying that something doesn't work. I don't know what doesn't work really.
I can hear you.
Good.
What doesn't work really? I mean, the video, is it maybe she's trying to practice and something is not working? I don't know, actually.
Maybe it's because of internet connection.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so I will add another tooltip here. So drag and drop in transparent area to the woman, and I will write here, for example, a client or a customer. Just and save, so that when the pupil he who's the cursor, yeah, on the woman, yeah, he knows that she is the customer and is the greengrocer. Good. Back to our page. So what is missing?
Just a question, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I just want to know how to make that transparent area from the, I mean, in the beginning.
Yes, okay, I will repeat. So just go to interactive elements. Can you see it? Click.
Yes, yes.
And then you will find the different variety of elements that can be interactive. I will move to the bottom of the list, and then I will find this invisible area with a hand. Okay, so when
yes,
you
I can see it.
Yeah, and then you are going just to drag and drop it. You can
Perfect.
see my cursor moving because
yes.
I'm dropping it, I'm dragging it, and here then it is selected. I can resize it, and I can add
yes, now I see. Thank you so much.
green. Yeah, good. Anytime. For example, of course, you can, if you are teaching vegetables, you can have a picture of fruit and vegetable, and you add a lot of invisible areas. And then when it moves on the picture, he's going to see the names of each fruit or each vegetable showing up in front of him. Okay? Yes. Any more questions, or we move on?
We can move on as long as there are no hands raised.
Good, good. So we still have these two interactive buttons also that are, if you can see all the presentation, we can see them in all the presentation. Can you see them? In all the slides, sorry, in all the slides. You can see them?
Yes.
Good. So those two buttons allows me to move in when presenting the when presenting my work. So this one always takes us back to the home page, which is the very first page here. I will show you how, okay? So I will add the same thing, interactive elements. And this time I will choose home. So you can see it here. I will drag and drop it here. Because it is not part of the picture. It is not part of things I would like my pupils to learn, okay? I can change the color, even for these ones. I can change the color by clicking here. I would like it to be blue, okay? Now, this time, I will click on the same that hand again. So this time, it's not a link, it's not a window, it's not a tooltip, sorry, but it's in another page or slide within the same presentation. So if I click here, I will see, as you can see here, so the different slides or pages of my presentation, okay? I will choose which one I would like to pick. So this one is my home page. So I click on this one and I save. And I save. And in this way, whenever I would like to go back to the initial page or to the home page, I click on this button on the topic. Of course, this is something you are going to choose, okay? So while presenting, whenever I would like to go to, so here, I think this is the presentation. Good, so that was the beginning. Now, we did this activity, we moved on again. Now, suppose now I would like to show you something in the home page. I will just click here and I will go back to the home page, okay? Is it okay for this interactive button?
Yes, clear.
Yes, it's okay.
Yes.
Good. The second one now, the one under, yeah, it's also
going back to the previous page, I think.
Very good, very good, excellent. Whatever, if I forget something in the previous page or slide, so I'm going just to click on this button to go back, because all the other buttons, the one here, it allows me only to move forward. Okay. Yes, now if I'd like to go back, I will use this one. And of course, I am the one who decides about everything in my slide, okay?
Okay, sorry, do we have to add it to every slide?
Yes, of course. Of course.
And is there a way to add it automatically to all slides at once?
I will show you. Now here, for example, yes, just bear with me. Good. So here, I will add interactive elements, as we said. Show more. It's an arrow. What is the arrow?
I think
this one.
Go down.
Good. Now, in order, as you said, to so go to page. Now, so that I don't repeat this action many times, I will just click here, previous page. Okay.
I see.
Yes, you click on, sorry, previous page.
On all pages.
Yeah. Yes.
On all pages in the presentation.
Yes. And then it must be selected. Previous. this page. Yes. And then we save. Good. Now you are going to copy and paste. You will copy and paste this on all the pages. Of course, it's going to be pasted in the same position, in the same place, okay, and with the same characteristics.
Okay.
I don't know if you got this.
Yeah.
Good, good. So that allows you to save a lot of time if you set everything about any element and then copy and paste it. Of course, it is going to be pasted in the same place and it is going to have the same characteristics. Of course, here, because we have moved to the previous slide or page, here I'm using this orange plus to move to the next page, which is also that saves a lot of time for me. Or you can do it one by one. Both methods can be
applied.
Very good. So I think the only missing item is this one. So we are going to add, so here, as you can, I'm sure you have guessed that I can copy and paste it directly. Control C, copy, and then go to my slide and Control V. And as you can see, it's in the same place with the same characteristics, okay? And now we have reproduced the same thing as in the other slide. There is another thing I would like to show you is that sometimes, for example, I can change the position of the items I have on my slide or on my page. Now remember that they are the order you can find the items on the page is the same one that you put them, the use to put them. Now if I'd like to change the order, I will go to this icon here, click, and then you choose to move that item backward or forward, okay? So here, remember, we have this green box selected. Now, if I move it backward, it's going to move under, if you'd like, the picture. Okay, now, of course, this is not a good solution, so that's why I will bring it to the front. Now, problem, I have hidden the
title.
The title. So that's why here I will use those two. And if that doesn't apply, I will select.
Go back. Go back.
Yes, yes, go back. Yes, of course. Go back. That's the best solution I love. But there are other solutions. So I will select the title itself and then go and bring it to the on top. Yeah. And then bring the shape back, and you can see now the title is on top, and then we've got the green box, and then the picture, and finally the background. Now I would like to ask you a question to see whether you are following. Tell me, here in this area, how many elements do we have?
Which area?
Hmm?
Which area?
Here, where I'm moving the cursor right now.
Huh?
So we've got the title.
The sound.
Yeah, yes.
The sound is here.
Uh-huh.
So how many?
The title and the background color.
2, I guess.
2?
Yeah.
More.
And the
Yes.
description.
3.
More than 2?
And the
More.
description will be over a little bit.
Is it 3?
We've got actually
three.
Definition.
3. What are they?
The tooltip.
Yes, very good. So we've got the title, we've got the background, the green box, and the tooltip. Remember that transparent.
Yeah.
Yes, and always please make sure that the tooltip is on top. Because if the tooltip is not on top, this way, when you preview, you will not you cannot see that tooltip you added. I can show you. So for example, if I move the tooltip and then I preview here, if I put the cursor, there is nothing. Why? Because that area, interactive area, is not on top. It is hidden with the title and so I will, yes, I will do what one of the colleagues said, undo. You can do it here or just click on Command C. Command Z. So as you can see here, back, my transparent area is back, and then I can see the tooltip. Just a moment. So where is my transparent area? It's not back. It is back. Good. So what's wrong? Let me check. Transparent area, this one? No. So that was not the transparent area. That's why. And here it is. You can see the color has changed because now let's check. And the tooltip is there. Okay. Good. Amazing. So now we are going to carry on our presentation. Oh, we are on the very first page here. So we will move forward. Plus, oh no, not plus. Yes, move again. So we have seen all these pages, huh?
Yeah.
Good. So I might show you how to animate elements on the slide. Let me show you that. So let's see that. Let's say that we would like to add an arrow here. So I will go to resources and show more for lines and arrows. You will pick the arrow anyone you'd like to. Let's say this one, for example. Okay. You can change the color. As far as it is selected, the item is selected, you click on here. Okay, let me choose, for example, a white color. Yeah, good. Now, I'm not going to click.
Already white.
Yes, because I changed it into white. It was gray. Oh, the book. It's because I chose a one that is transparent, not white, okay? If you choose this one, for example, you can turn it into a white one this way, okay? Depending on the element you choose or you pick, huh? Yes?
Yes.
Good, good. So I will select and then I will click here. And then I've got this animation panel on my right. So here you can choose to animate the selected item either in the entrance or continuously or in the exit or when you hover your mouse on. So here, for example, I'm going to choose entrance and choose the direction, for example, from the right, and then rotate. Here, if you move or you hover your cursor, you can see the different animation, and you can pick the one that you'd like to. So maybe I will choose rotate. Okay, you can also choose where the when the selected element starts this animation and the speed of that animation. And here we are going to have our arrow. Okay, maybe you need to explain a little bit the image and then have the arrow. Then all you have to do is to go again to the animation panel and then here add the seconds. Okay, for example, after 3 seconds, and then I will preview. Now I will present the picture of the greengrocers, elements, blah, blah, blah. And then I have my arrow. Good. Okay, so back to our presentation. So I hope that we saw how to add content in Genially pages. We almost covered all
at the greengrocers.
Yes, everything. And now you can see our, where was it? Yeah, good. Now, let me check. Good. Now we are going to see how we can collaborate on one Genially. Because something is amazing also about Genially is that more than one person can work together on, now, before that, now once everything is done, you are going to click on all set, okay? I don't have the all set here because I'm already sharing this, this presentation, but when you finish editing all the pages, and including all your content, you click on all set, as you can see here. So
excuse me, please, Samar.
Yes, 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 please.
When you say that all set, this means save, yeah?
Yes. No, it saves automatically. It saves automatically, but this because it's going to ask you to add the title of your presentation. The description is optional. You can add it or not, and you will choose whether it is public or private. Of course, it should be public because private presentation is a premium option. You can here choose whether this presentation can be reusable or not. If you allow other users of Genially to take your presentation and change content, okay? So now when you finish these settings, you click on all set. But as I told you, yes, thank you very much. This is a very good remark. Because when you are working on a Genially, everything is saved automatically, okay? You don't need to click on any save button. And still, when you finish and you click on all set, you can go back and edit your presentation, no problem, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, good. Now, about the collaboration, it's possible for 2 or more persons to work on the same Genially. And as I told you, this is a very nice option because you can exchange ideas and you can realize them when working together. So all you have to do is to click on this icon, okay, and then you will add the email of your collaborator here and then click on invite. Shall I repeat this? So I will go back to the previous, yes, I will go back to the previous page or slide. So I will show you in real presentation. So you can see here, this is the icon you are going to click on to add collaborators. And you just write the email of your collaborator here and then click on invite. As you can see here, we are already a group working on this representation. So you can see the different collaborators here when just moving your cursor. Okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, now some tips, maybe to facilitate things for you and to help you save time. You need to copy and paste the initial slide to save time. Now, I will show you, maybe some of you are wondering why I do have here copy, copy, copy. Can you see it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
It's because,
yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
because I took the first slide or page. I set everything. I chose my transparent laptop, and I added the white screen. I added the background. Okay, I put the icon and everything, and then I will not repeat everything on the next slide. All I have to do is to click on this here, and I will have the page duplicated, as you can see, and then I can change things in the second page. I will keep this one, and then here I will omit, for example, this text box, omit the sticky notes and everything, of course, and adding another content to my lab. Okay, so that was my first tip. The second tip, as one of my colleagues mentioned, you always click on Ctrl-Z to undo the last action. Don't worry, please. Do whatever you'd like to. Any mistake can be corrected on Genially, so don't be afraid of trying things. You can use remove.bg if you need a transparent image. Let me explain this. Now, here, for example, I will go to the blank slide, this one. So I will add a background, any background. So let's say yellow one, okay. Okay, now I will add a computer. If I will look here for the image of a computer or laptop, for example, if I search for a laptop, this is what I will find. For example, this is a laptop, but if I add it here, it won't work. It's not a good, I can't change this. I can't work on this picture, okay, on this image. I need an image where there is, we can't find this white area. The background is removed, okay? So that's why when I put image here, I will select the cutouts here, show more, and there I can find transparent images I can add. I could have chosen a tablet, for example. I can resize it the way I'd like. It can be on the whole page, or it can be on only part of the page. I can turn it using this way, for example, and resize again, drag and drop, okay? And of course, this is where I found my computer. So I will resize the computer so that I have it on the whole surface of my page. This is what I did actually, okay? Now there is a problem, is that sometimes you do not find these transparent words. Solution, you go to remove.bg, as you can see, and you upload any image here from your computer, for example. Let me upload, for example, which one? That doesn't work. Yeah, this one. Genially. And it's removing the background. You wait a little bit, and then you can download the picture to your video without to your computer, sorry, without that white area around the icon. Okay, this is how I got this. Here you can see, if I can put it, it's a transparent. There is no white area all around it. Okay, I used remove.bg. Good. And another tip, when you resize an element, make sure it fits the slide. What I mean here is that sometimes we choose an element and we resize it in a way that that element is no longer clear. For example, if I'd like to resize this sticky note, this is fine, okay? But if I will do this, now I don't think this is going to look like a sticky note anymore. So always make sure to resize it in a convenient way, if you'd like, so that the picture keeps its initial, if you'd like, look. Then always click the view option to check your slide, and that's what I was continuously doing while working on the page. Always click on view. Click and wait for the cursor to turn this shape to resize or drag and drop. Click and wait for the cursor to turn this second shape to right, and click on that area we saw, like this one here, to see what the hyperlinked elements in the slides are. So as you can see here in this slide, I do have only 3 hyperlinked area or interactive area, if you'd like. Okay, I hope those tips are clear. Now we are going to play a game together, a Kahoot game, but before that I would like to hear your questions.
Yes. Any questions so far?
It's okay, but we need to test. So there's so much information.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we need to try that, to have hands-on to make sure we can master it.
Yes, I gave you the best tip. This is how I learned myself. This is how I learned. I put the video, I play a video, tutorial video, and I pause the video and I practice, and back to the video, and so on and so forth.
Very nice. Excellent presentation. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Where can we find this recorded live session?
Tutorials, I think online.
Yes, I mean,
tutorials on Google, no?
I will send you this one, and you can find plenty of other tutorials on YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
Yes,
Thank you, Mrs. Samar, and thank you, Mrs. Camelia, for this interesting presentation.
You are welcome.
Thanks.
Okay, I've got 2 questions, please.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, for the icons of music and video, and this is your voice, your own voice, is it possible to change the place of those icons? This means we drag and drop them in another place, not right in the middle of the picture.
Yes, of course.
Yes,
Of
of course. So you choose
are
the place,
free. Yeah, this way you mean, for example? This way?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. You are free to move them the way you'd like to. I told you I put this between them because it's an activity about a dialogue. So this song, you can put it on the corner, of course. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And one more question, please. For the collaborator, you said you write his email, etc. Now, my question is it because we can work on this project or this work together, or is it just to, to share the work with him?
No,
I think we can work together. So collaboration means working together on the work.
Yes, thank you very much.
At the same
you've
time?
got your answer.
At the same time?
At the same time, it is possible. Yes.
Okay, yeah, this I wanted to know, whether it is at the same time or not.
But still, thank you for the question. Still, you can share this or any presentation only for viewers. So all you have to do is to copy the link, okay, and share it via email or any other social media. If you just, for example, only you like your pupils only to see the presentation, you copy the link and you paste it. Yes, you don't go to add here collaborator. You share the link with your pupils or colleagues or whatever, so that they can view, but no more than viewing the presentation. Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you so much.
Oh, anytime.
Concerning collaboration, so the person who you are going to collaborate with has the right to make any changes. That is, he can edit what you have done, or should you agree on how you are going to make certain changes?
Yes, of
course. So maybe you make some changes, you make something, and you want it to be improved, and then you feel that the other partner didn't do the way you wanted or such things, no?
Oh, remember, this is collaboration, so you have to agree about things. Yeah, no, we don't have this option here. You just invite, when you invite someone to collaborate on the same presentation, this means that he has got the same, if you'd like, rights as you.
Mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can remove me, right?
No, never.
Never? So once you add someone to collaborate with, you cannot remove him anymore?
You can, I'm sorry.
This is a trap.
You can, of course. Okay, of course. You see this bin here? If you click on the bin, then you can remove your collaborator. Of course, if he is, you don't agree with your collaborators, then all you have to do is remove them.
Okay. So let's move to the Kahoot.
Yeah, no more questions?
Yeah, time for the Kahoot.
Yes, please.
Okay, good. So you've got the pin. Maybe some of you have...
So we need to see the pin.
Yes. Here is the pin. Okay, so for those who play Kahoot for the first, please keep your computers in front of you, and you are going to use your mobile phone to answer the questions that you are going to see on your screens, on your computers. So the questions will appear on the screen of the computer, and to answer them, you are going to use your mobile phone. So on your mobile phone, go to www.kahoot.it. It's going to ask for a pin. Add this one, 5214340, and then enter your name, of course. Then you will see the questions.
It didn't accept the pin.
Why not?
5214340, and I can't enter. So I click enter, and it says you didn't recognize that game pin.
Would you please repeat the
Yes,
same?
I have the same. Yes, I have the same problem.
Okay, let me check. No problem. Let me check the pin.
Same here. There must be something wrong with that.
Okay, I will give you a new pin. Okay, let's check this new pin.
Share the screen, please. I cannot see the pin now. Sorry?
Just a second. Oh, Yasmin is there. Good.
Nice, Yasmin.
Good. I see a lot of you are joining. Does anyone needs me to explain again how to play?
Is it a multiple choice quiz?
Yeah. Either there are 4 choices or a true or false question. So in both cases, you've got colors, and you click on the correct color, the one that corresponds to the correct answer on your mobile phone. All right, good. So there are 22 participants. I don't know how many attendees there are.
There are 66. More than 40. More than 40. But maybe they don't have the app, the Yahoo app on their mobile phone.
Okay, so maybe we will wait for 2 more minutes. Mrs. Camilla, what do you think?
Okay, that's fine. We got 50 participants. 22 are logged in right now. I mean, logging on Kahoot. That's fine. I mean, just for 1 minute, if no more colleagues log in, so we can start. We can get up. Okay. Okay, no more, I guess.
Okay, good. All right, so ready to start, everyone?
Yeah.
Good. So we are going to start with the first question. It's a true, false, or false question. You can't use Genially if you haven't got a Google account. True or false? Try to be as quick as you can, huh? As fast as you can. Of course, it is possible to use Genially if you haven't got a Google account. It's not a problem. You can
Twitter account or Microsoft account or.
Yes, it is possible. Okay, good. So let's see the scores. Marwa is on top. Yes, good. Ahlam is in the second position and Basma is in the third position. Next. So which of the following you can't use to create a Genially account? Your Google account, your Facebook account, your Instagram account, or your Twitter account?
We can't see the colors.
Question. We have the option, but
why not? Camila?
Yeah.
Of course, your Instagram account. Now, let me remind you that
we didn't see the colors while the question was asked.
Yes.
Oh.
The scoreboard was there.
The
scoreboard took a long time.
Yeah,
your screen was frozen for a moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's because of internet connection. So I will tell you the colors in the upcoming questions. But of course, Instagram. Yeah, you cannot use Instagram account to create a Genially account, but all the others, it is possible. So score. Oh, they are the same. True or false question now. We can use Genially to create games. True, blue, false, red. You can use Genially to create games. True or false? Of course we can. There are so many types of games we can create, quizzes, breakouts, escape games, and so on. Jeopardies. Good. Scores. Marwa is still on top. Good, Marwa. Fatma is rising and Basma is in the third position. Good. Next question.
I didn't answer the second.
That's fine. Okay.
So, which of the following can't be created with the Genially? Red, an infographic. Yellow, an interactive image. Blue, a recipe book. And green, a video. It's a video. You cannot create a video with Genially. You can maybe edit
we can
one,
insert
but you cannot
a video, but not create one. Okay.
Exactly. Yes. Scores. Marwa is still on top. Very good, Marwa. Fatma is holding the second position, and Ahlam is rising on the third position. Thuraya, nice work too. Okay, next. True or false? You can record your own voice on the slide. Blue for true and red. Of course you can. You heard me doing that. Yes, you can record your own voice. Scores. Marwa, Fatma, and Ahlam are holding the same positions. Same thing for Thuraya and Basma. Good. Next question. It's a quiz. Double point this time. The button in the image you will see is used to, now you can see the image. Red, resize an element in the slide. Yellow, see the hyperlink element in the slide. Blue, add a text box. Green, insert a video. Yes, very good. It's definitely used to see the hyperlinked elements in the slide, and you can find it always on top corner of every slide. Good, scores. Ahlem is rising, very good. On the second position, Fatma on third, and Marwa is still on top of the list. Very good. Next question, true or false? You can use a template to save time. True, blue, false, red. Of course you can, of course. And there are so many templates, amazing templates on Genially. Just go there and you will discover things. And I think you will love working on Genially. Scores. So Marwa, very good. Ahlem and Fatma on top. Amin and Basma are holding the fourth and the fifth position. Very good. It's a quiz now. Double point 2. Remove.bg is used to red, crop an image, yellow, delete the background of an image, blue, copy an image, or green, edit an image. Scores to delete the background of an image. Good. Fatma and Amin are rising. Excellent. Basma, Thuraya too. And still Marwa is on top of the list. Ninth question, true or false? Genially can be used in project work by a group of students. Blue for true, red for false. It's true, of course, as we said, you can add as many collaborators as you'd love to, and they can work on the same project together. Scores. Very good. So everyone is in the same position. Excellent. And now it's the last question. It's a quiz. When you finish your Genial, you click on red, game over, yellow, see you later, blue, all set, or green, go. You click on all set. Thank you everyone for answering. And now the final scores. On third position, Amin, very good Amin. Second position, Fatma, excellent. And I think no surprise, first position, Marwa, very good. Congratulations, Marwa. Thank you also to Basma and Alia. Excellent job, everyone. All right, so I think that's all for today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Questions, you are most welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You are most welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank
you. Maybe any other questions before you can ask some questions? Yes, thank you.
Mrs. Camelia?
Yes, maybe some colleagues have got some questions because we told them in the beginning that they can ask questions by the end if they wish. So before you leave, maybe any question they might have.
I also would like to have our attendees feedback, if it is possible, for you again to go to www.menti.com and use the second code. Yeah.
Yes, please.
And answer my question.
Feedback.
So I will show you the code again. So 9073 453.
And this code is for what?
It's for feedback.
For feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Can you please repeat it, Ms. Summer?
It's 9073 453. I repeat, 9073 453.
Emoji best represents you by the end of the session.
You liked it?
Okay.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope it was useful for you. I know you need to practice. I know maybe I was fast in explaining things, but keep practicing and you will see it's a very nice and easy tool. And of course, you can contact me anytime if you have questions or you'd like to have a follow-up session, okay? Thank you, Miss Camelia.
Thank you so
much. I just like to tell you, to give you my feedback. Actually, the session is really impressive and fantastic. Profuse thanks for the great work and for the huge efforts you have made. Thank you for being so patient and caring and flexible, responsive, and really competent and excellent. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks for the motivation, the dedication, the sharing spirit, the genially training, and all the tips and tricks that you provided. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, I just like to talk about an issue that some colleagues or one colleague raised. It is the internet. Well, as you can see, so Genially is internet based, so you can use it to design different types of content and create interactive tasks and whole lessons for your students. So all you need is either you just bring your own device to class, like a Flybox or whatever, or just create your or design your activity or lesson and share that on whatever platform or social media website that you are using to get in touch with your students. I mean, during the school closure or even anytime later, okay, anytime during the year, okay? Yes, okay, that's just the tip for the
Thank you very much.
Special thanks really for the audience and all participants. I hope they found this session really fruitful. And as Mrs. Summer said, so it will be shared on YouTube, so you can watch over again and again. And Mrs. Summer, I would just ask you to provide maybe a link to some Genially videos or Genially content in general on the website or on YouTube. Share that so that more colleagues can watch that. Okay, I mean lessons they already designed. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, thank you. Yes, please.
Definitely, I will share the link for this recording, and I will share the presentation too with Mrs. Camelia, and Mrs. Camelia is going to send you both the presentation and the link to the YouTube recording.
Great. Okay, so we look forward to having you on our next training and our webinar as well by mid-November, inshallah. Okay. Thank you for your attending the session. Bye-bye. Anything else to add, Ms. Summer?
Oh, that's all. I'm thrilled. Thank you for everybody. I hope everything was clear for everyone. And as I told you, I will always be ready to give you feedback if you'd like on any presentations. You can share it with me, add me as a collaborator or as a viewer too. and I can give you feedback and help you to solve any problem you encounter.
So kind. Thank you.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So kind of you. So kind of you.
Thanks a million.
Yeah. You deserve that, Summer. There's more. See you soon.